जुड़ा हुआ है। अभी तक जो प्राप्त जानकारी है, भारत सरकार ने के रिकॉर्ड में कितने लोग, खासतौर पर अल्पसंख्यक हिंदू, बुद्ध और ईसाई जो हैं उन पर हमले हुए हैं, उसमें कैजुअलिटी का नंबर्स क्या है, खासतौर पे जो धार्मिक जो मंदिर हैं या फिर बौद्ध मठ हैं उन पर जो हमले हुए हैं वो कितने रिकॉर्ड में लिए गए हैं, और उसको लेकर क्या भारत ने कुछ कम्युनिकेट किया है बांग्लादेश में जो अभी आर्मी है या कोई भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है उसको?
कादम्बरी शर्मा फ्रॉम एनडीटीवी। सर, जो वहाँ पर अभी मिलिट्री चीफ हैं उनसे या वहाँ पर जो भी अभी हैंडल कर रहे हैं, क्या उनसे राजनयिकों और जो वहाँ पर भारतीय मौजूद हैं उनकी सुरक्षा को लेकर कोई आश्वासन मिला है? और एक और सवाल है, जो बॉर्डर्स पे जो बहुत सारे लोग उधर से यहाँ आना चाह रहे हैं, मोस्टली माइनॉरिटीज़ हैं और कुछ अवामी लीग के हैं, क्या उनके लिए भी कोई प्रावधान करने की बात सोची जा रही है?
Okay. So many questions. Lot of repetition also.
सर मैं
कभी इनको भी देख लेते हैं, हमेशा आपको देखते रहते हैं।
सर मैं नीरज दुबे प्रभासाक्षी से। सर, मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि इस तरह की रिपोर्टें हैं कि पाकिस्तान में भी माइनॉरिटीज के मन में भय है और वो लोग भी भारत से शरण मांग रहे हैं। कुछ लोगों ने टूरिस्ट वीजा के लिए भी अप्लाई किया है। बताया जा रहा है कि कल अटारी बॉर्डर से 2 फैमिली भी इंडिया आई हैं। इस मामले में क्या अपडेट है?
Same question, Rishabh and then Milan.
So good evening, Rishabh from Times. So there are 2 reports. One, the people who came with former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, the report says that they have started leaving and Indian authorities are helping them to leave for their next destination from India. Not about Sheikh Hasina or her sister, but other people who accompanied them, and we are given to understand there were more than 10 in numbers. The second, sir, there are reports that BSF has foiled people coming in Indian territory in Tripura. If we can have more details about how many such incidents have taken place on the international border where people have tried to cross over to India.
Sir, Milan from India Today. What is the level of threat of Indian investments in Bangladesh at the moment? Because are we considering that the new government may provide a base or port to either US or China? If yes, how will it affect Indian Navy's monopoly in the Bay of Bengal? If that is something that is being looked at the moment. Also, how long will Sheikh Hasina ji be here in India? We understand that some of her associates are now moving to different places from here on. So these are the questions.
Okay, let me answer these questions. On Bangladesh, so we'll come back to you. If your question has been answered, then you can look at some other question. उमा शंकर, आपका सवाल फॉर्मर प्राइम मिनिस्टर शेख हसीना जी को लेके है। तो हमारे विदेश मंत्री ने बताया स्पष्ट रूप से, जब उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में अपनी सुओ मोटो स्टेटमेंट दी थी, कि एक शॉर्ट नोटिस पे हम लोगों ने इजाज़त दी उनको यहाँ आने के लिए, भारत आने के लिए। और आज जैसा कि आपको ज्ञात है कि यहाँ अभी जो सिचुएशन है वो इवॉल्विंग है, उसमें चल रहा है, तब्दीली आ रहा है। सो मेरे पास it would not be appropriate for me at this point in time to comment on her plans. So that also answers several other questions that you've asked. Yes. External Affairs Minister has already explained the approval for former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to come to India was given at a short notice. The situation, as you know, is still evolving as far as Bangladesh is concerned. It would not be appropriate for me to comment on her plans. Huma, your question regarding LOC, trade, bilateral trade, all those things. As I said, the situation is evolving. It has been reported that this evening there'll be the swearing in of the interim government. So once those things take place, one thing I would like to emphasize and tell you that as far as we are concerned, Government of India and the people of India are concerned, for us, the interest of the people of Bangladesh is foremost in our minds. Siddhant, a question regarding attacks and minorities situation. This particular issue was also addressed by External Affairs Minister in his suo motu statement. We are also monitoring the situation, as you know, with regard to the status of minorities. There are also reports that various initiatives have been taken by groups and organizations to ensure the protection and well-being of the minorities. I would like to reiterate what External Affairs Minister had said in the Parliament. We welcome these steps, but will naturally remain deeply concerned till law and order is visibly restored. Having said that, we also want to make it clear that, you know, it is the responsibility of every government to ensure well-being of all its citizens. We hope for early restoration of law and order in Bangladesh. This is both in the interest of the country itself and for the region as a whole, or the larger region as a whole. मधु, आपका सवाल, हम लोगों ने बहुत सारे रिपोर्ट्स देखे, आपने भी देखा होगा कि वहाँ पर घटनाएं हुई हैं, हिंसा हुआ है, हिंसा भड़का है, और पिछले एक आधा सप्ताह में जब से चल रहा है वहाँ पर प्रोटेस्ट, आपने देखा होगा कि बहुत सारे क्षति हुई है पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टीज़ को लेके और भी चीज़ों को लेके। तो यही है मोटा मोटा कि उसका आकलन हमारे पास नहीं है कि वहाँ के सरकार के पास आकलन होगा क्या हुआ है, लेकिन हम लोग ये कहना चाहते हैं, मैं फिर से एक बार दोहरा रहा हूँ कि हर सरकार की ये जिम्मेवारी है कि अपने लोगों का ध्यान रखें और उनके हित में काम करें, और जितना जल्दी से जल्दी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर, कानून व्यवस्था उस देश में बहाल होगा, उससे उस देश के लिए, लोगों के लिए और साथ साथ पूरे क्षेत्र के लिए ये बेहतर होगा। कादम्बरी, आपका सवाल इसी को लेके था जो मैंने कहा। तो इस मुद्दे पे हमारी बातचीत वहाँ के सरकार से चल रही है। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि वहाँ पर हमारा हाई कमीशन के अलावे 4 और असिस्टेंट हाई कमीशन भी हैं, उनकी सुरक्षा को लेके, और वहाँ पर जो हमारे लोग रहते हैं उनके सुरक्षा को लेके हम लोग लगातार उनसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, और ये हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि जल्द से जल्द वहाँ कानून व्यवस्था सुधरे, ताकि हम लोग अपना जो काम काज है, जो उच्चायुक्त का काम काज है, वो जल्द से जल्द शुरुआत हो। नीरज, आपका सवाल दूसरे तरफ का था। तो ये जो आपने वाकया बताया कि वहाँ से 2 परिवार आए हैं बॉर्डर पार करके, इसके बारे में मेरे पास अभी जानकारी नहीं है, लेकिन मैंने जैसा कहा कि ये हर देश का ये उसकी अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है कि जो अपने लोग हैं उनकी सुरक्षा करें और उनका देखभाल करें। ऋषभ, what was your question? Can you repeat again?
So there are reports that people who came along with Sheikh Hasina and her sister have now started to leave for their further destination. They were moved to safe houses in Delhi, and now they are being assisted. So wherever they have visa for or they have documents to travel for, they are being assisted to leave. So is it like, if you can just give us more details on that?
So, you know, as far as former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is concerned, I told you that we don't have an update on the plan, on her plans. It is for her to take things forward. As far as other members that you talked about, I mean, they of course they have their own. They are responsible for themselves, and they will. I also again don't have an update on their plans. It is for them to take forward what they think is in their best interest. Yes. So there, I would again repeat what I had said just earlier, that it is the responsibility of every government to ensure the well-being of all its citizens. We hope for early restoration of law and order in Bangladesh. This is both in the interest of the country itself and the larger region. Milan, your question was regarding Bay of Bengal investments. As I told you,
So investments that we have invested in,
yes,
of course, in Bangladesh railroad projects, etc., power. and whether we are considering that there could be a possibility that they give a port to US or China, which could impact the monopoly of Indian Navy in Bay of Bengal.
So, as I told you, we are engaged with authorities in Dhaka. We have before us an evolving situation. As a close friend of the people of Bangladesh, it is our understanding that we want restoration of peace and stability in the country as soon as possible, so that normal life can begin, so that we can, all the things that you've talked about, they can be looked after, and we can take the interest of the people of Bangladesh and our own interests forward. Can we have more questions? Yeshi?
This is Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. Yesterday we read that some members of the of the Indians who were working in the High Commission and Assistant High Commissions were facilitated to come back. How many have come back out of these 500? And also the minorities who've been attacked, if they will India consider letting them in if they seek help, because they are most vulnerable right now? And besides the 9,000 students who have returned, the others continue to be there, or also are they also seeking help?
Ayushi?
So this is Ayushi Agwar from ANI. Can we have more details of the talks held between our Foreign Minister and UK Foreign Secretary this afternoon? How much was Bangladesh discussed, and was the possible asylum to UK a part of discussion too?
Sudhi?
So, Sudhi Ranjan from Bloomberg. So, as you said, the situation is fluid. In your initial statement, can you give us an understanding whether the government of India has opened negotiations or reached out to the interim government, Muhammad Yunus, or anybody in charge in Bangladesh, in particular the army,